Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today you've got me, my beautiful wife, I've got a beer, and we're about to listen to NF Intro 2. So, this is the first track we're listening to on the Therapy Session album. We finished all of Mansion. Yay. Completionist. All right. And so, a lot of people have been excited for us to get to this next album. I've been assured in many comments that the albums and songs just keep getting better and better as we go through. Some people have requested that she talk a little bit more, or at least maybe lead the discussions even. I ran that by her, and
I
it
like
did
convincing.
not go up the flagpole very far. So you're stuck with me. Sorry.
I'm commenting.
Just
I don't know enough about it. I feel like really like.
Well, in any case, so we're excited. We're very excited to do this. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is intro 2. I have really no idea what we're getting into. I wonder if it's the same beat as like intro 1. And it's just like different lyrics now. We'll see. Ooh. And I feel like it's been a while since we've seen like a video. It feels like the last several songs that we did were all like audio.
Is that like a hut? Oh no, it's a cabin.
That's Cabin in the Woods.
I know, but it looked like a little, like a yurt almost, sort of. But now it's
more cabiny than yurty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is going downhill fast already. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, not the same beat. Right. Did that say therapy? Something? I wonder if it just said therapy session. Like, yeah, I think that's probably what it says.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Intro, okay. Sorry, it's a little bright in here and it's dark on the screen, so. Therapy session.
I'm back, did anyone miss me? They said the second record could be tricky. Well, that's kinda funny, cause I am not tripping. My fans, they know what it is and they with me. Yeah, I ain't the type that's gonna ride with the semi. I came from a town with 3 lights in no city. Out there doing shows for nothing but pennies. When I leave the stage, they never forget me. Mention was a glimpse of my life. I'll let you see what it's like to be in my head. People ask me what I think I'd be doing if it was in music. I'd rather be dead. You know what I said? That was like me at a 3. You don't wanna see me at 10, or maybe you do. I promise if that is the case, and that is what you're gonna get. If you're looking for music with watered down lyrics, I promise that you need to go somewhere else. And if you want somebody to tell you everything that you wanna hear, I won't be any help. This flow's familiar, I think I heard it before. Yeah, I made it myself. I left the door open to come in my mansion, but I never said it's a beautiful house. Some of y'all.
What do you think so far?
I love it.
I think this is great. Yeah. So, again, it's like I'm stepping my game up. I'm serious. I'm not joking around, right? A little bit of the kind of like, I was playing for nothing really in the beginning, but when I was done, people weren't forgetting me, right? So it's like I started off kind of humble, but I was, progressing and I knew I had it in me. I always like this kind of stuff, right?
What stuff?
Like stuff that's like I early on knew in my head that I was going to make it and that I'm very talented.
Okay.
Right? And then it's just like, and that's the reason, we talked a little bit in one of the earlier songs about having a calling on your life kind of thing, right? And I think that's kind of what he was saying a little bit there is like, young, like that's what you want to do. And, you're willing to perform for nothing and probably, you're up against a lot of adversity and whatever. But you just continue to go at it, right? Because you're not going to give up because this is what you're made to do. Right. And we, heard all these songs. We thought they were great. And he's saying this was a 3 out of 10. Right.
Oh, no, that's not how I got that. Wait, what was a 3 out of 10? Like a rating system?
That's
he
what I
said,
heard.
if you think that's me at a 3, you should see me at a 10. I thought that's what he said. I like that.
Maybe I misheard that. Was it even before this? No, was it?
I like
Second
that.
Can be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true. I wonder if music sequels. It's interesting. Like movie
Empire Strikes Back is obviously,
but that's
a superior sequel. I don't care. It still breaks.
I know. I'm just saying that's an exception as a sequel that was better than first. But I think musically in the old days, like when you think
Zeppelin
about like Zeppelin 2, right, their second album, or a lot of bands tended to get progressively better and better. I feel like as they went, look at Dark Side of the Moon was like the 7th album or something from Pink Floyd, right? But I think
which one
these
was Ramble
days,
On Mon? That was on 3.
Ramble On was on 3. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But for modern musicians, you don't tend to hear about them having lots of albums that are getting better and better as
Yeah,
they go.
because they're there to get famous and like be
Like
internet
flash in the pan
famous
stuff,
and
yeah.
like leave one-hit wonders.
And so I wonder if that's part of the second thing. But I still, okay, that's going to wrap with some. I want to leave the stage. They never forget me.
Just play for me. I want to see.
When I leave the stage, they never forget me. Mention was a glimpse of my life. I let you see what it's like to be in my head. People ask me what I think I'd be doing if it was in music. I'd rather be dead. You heard what I said? That was like me at a 3. You don't want to
See me at a 10. I like that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that was like me at a 3, right? I didn't hear that as you.
He said, "You asked me what I was going to be doing. I'd rather be
If it
dead."
was in music, I'd rather be dead.
You heard what I said.
You heard what I
was like me
said.
at a
That was like me at a 3.
Yeah, you don't want to see me at a 10.
Right. So
I
I don't-
don't. You okay? I disagree. I don't think it's a performance interpretation. Then I would want you to see me at a 10 because that's when I'm.
Well,
at my
and that's
best.
what his
This
next.
is more like veiled threat, sort of like temper.
Or maybe you do.
Hmm.
Or maybe he's not referring to his talent level. Maybe he's referring to like intensity and personal issues and things. Right? You know, we kind of hinted at it in Mansion that he had a rough childhood, and that's the reason there was Mansion and so forth, right? But maybe he's kind of saying like I was still holding back basically. And right now you're about
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you do want to see me
Agree.
letting it all out.
Yeah, I like that. Obviously, I'm gonna like that. Hate it when people think you're intense and you're like not even close, which happens. a
To
lot.
you all, yeah, nobody thinks you're intense.
No, they do. Oh, you're kidding. And I feel like it's so contained. So it's not fair for them to say that. But at any rate,
You do. I promise if that is the case, and that is what you're gonna looking for music with watered down lyrics. I promise that you need to go somewhere else. And if you want somebody to tell you everything that you want to hear, I won't be any help. This flow's familiar. I think I heard it before. Yeah, I made it myself. I left the door open to come in my mansion, but I never said it's a beautiful house.
Yeah, I don't
like that too.
Yeah, no, that is great.
Hi.
And I'm not going to say I fell for that, but when we first started reacting to Mansion, and he said, they said, something about a mansion, and I was like, well, yeah, if you're gonna, have a house that you build in your head, you'd want it to be a mansion, right? Not thinking that it was really a mansion because there was so much, so many issues to deal with and compartmentalize. Wow,
What?
that sounded very disagreeing.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Uh-huh. All right. Anyway. Oh, I did notice the flow at the beginning was the same as the first intro, even if the beat was a little bit different. I think the beat was a little bit different. See, there was a while where we had only reacted to like 3 songs, so I could listen to them over and over again. But now there's a bunch of them, so I don't hear the things as frequently. Now that we've freed Mansion.
Some of y'all sat on the porch, looked at my windows and stared at my door. They asked me if I'm gonna kill at this record. I laugh in their face and I ask them, do you see the blood on the floor? He said it again, and if it's crazy, he's bad for the kids. He never talks about nothing but him. My face say he's kind of a D. Well, you need to get some new friends. I'm as chill as he gets till I get on the stage and flip on the switch. And I go to a place.
Okay, I think the juxtaposition of how he's super intense while he's saying I'm super chill is kind of funny.
Well, you need to get some new friends. I'm as chill as he gets till I get on the stage and flip on the switch. And I go to a place where nobody is. If you bring on my name in a song, there's something that you will regret. When the lightning, I remember the shows when no one was there. I remember the shows when nobody cared. Some people in front of me laughing like he isn't going nowhere. It's funny now, isn't it? This type of life isn't how I envisioned it. This type of life, it just ain't how I pictured it. I'm in the back of the tour bus trying to face to my family is different than what you think it is. Write a review, tell me what you think it is. Give me 3 stars and call me an idiot. But to be honest, it don't make a difference. I know some people don't get it, but you have no into the therapy session. If you don't like music that's personal, I have no clue what your people are doing and might as well throw off the record. I pull up a chair, I track to my music like nobody's there. Only person I judge is the one in the mirror. And lady, he ain't doing well. I don't need y'all in my ear. I'm tired of hearing it. You call it music, I call it my therapist. See people telling me I have been carrying way too much baggage, I need to take care of it. I know she's right, but man, it's
Go back to the review part.
All the way back?
No, just the review. I love that.
The 3-star thing?
Yes.
That's low.
Anyone who suffers from the depersonalized trauma of reviews, yeah, sucks.
Yeah. I get bad reviews all the time.
You do not, do you?
No. What do you mean? I'm a corporate pleb in a faceless bowler hat outfit.
Olympus, yeah, like, you know, and you have to like get to where like it doesn't matter. I very identify with this sex. In medicine, if someone gives you a bad review, HIPAA will prevent you from saying, even if things are blatant, outright, horrible lies, or in no way related to your competency, doesn't matter. You can't respond. And so like that is like just like you just have to be like doesn't
You have
matter.
to be like him and say,
you have
the
to
only
like get
review
to
I
where
care is from the person in the mirror.
I know.
And that should be when I'm looking in your
Still
mirror. at you.
stings though. Yeah.
No, I totally get it.
Give me 3 stars and call me an idiot. But to be honest, it don't make a difference. I know some people don't get it, but you have no into the therapy.
Now, the fact that therapy session is what it says on this building, which is this old kind of decrepit thing,
Oh,
what do you think that means?
but it's still a house.
It-
Maybe
no-
maybe the therapy session is when everything's like super dilapidated and you get your mansion when it's all like, you know,
You
dealt
work
with
through
and
it all?
put together and you have I don't know if it's good to have everything in its appropriate place, but maybe that's part of like the metaphor.
I've had like 10 different things go through my head
This
on
is
this.
Ragnar.
I've had like 10 different things go through my head on this. And I'm leaning towards the therapy session itself is just going to be ugly. He clearly wants to be put down.
Exactly. No, he loves me.
Oh, okay. This is the same reason she says I love her.
Section. If you don't like music that's personal, I have no clue what your people are doing and might as well throw out the record. I pull up a chair, I track to my music like nobody's there. Only person I judge is the one in the mirror. And lady, he ain't doing well. I don't need y'all in my ear. I'm tired of hearing it. You call it music, I call it my therapist. Sick people telling me I have been carrying way too much baggage, I need to take care of it. I know she's right, but man, it's embarrassing. Music has raised me more than my parents did. Take out a picture of us and I stare at it. You are my king, you probably ain't hearing it. Show me an artist you wanna compare me with. You put us both on the track, I'ma bury 'em. Give me the shovel, it's about to get scarier. None of you wanted with rubber, you staring at. I see you got beats, but where's the lyrics? And if it's the logo, you know I've been wearing that. Don't come to my show and be sitting there very bad. I'll call you up.
I have to admit, I'm having a little trouble watching the video because he's
Oh, I'm
going so
reading it.
fast. I'm
I
having to
am.
read.
Oh,
So
I am doing
I
that
feel like I'm
too.
probably missing a lot of visual. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this
What, he's
again.
digging things up. His therapist told me he carries too much.
Yeah, he talked about. I
Take
think,
care of it. I know she's right, but man, it's embarrassing. Music has raised me more than my parents did. Take out a picture of us and I stare at it. You are my king, you probably ain't hearing it. Show me an artist you wanna compare me with. You put us both on the track, I'ma bury 'em. Give me the shovel, it's about to get scarier. None of you wanted with rubber, you staring at. I see you got beats, but where's the lyrics? And if it's the logo, you know I've been wearing that. Don't come to my show and be sitting there very bad. I'll call you out in the crowd like there he is. Thought I'd be happy, feels like I'm cursed. It's hard to be clean when you play in the dirt. You gave me this place to go when I'm hurting. I thought it'd get better, but it's getting worse. And I got nobody to blame when I work. Like 24/7, I ain't been to church. And Satan keep calling me, he tryna flirt. I hang him.
oh,
Nobody to blame when I work. Like 24/7, I ain't been to church. And Satan keep calling me, he tryna flirt. I hang up the phone, these are more than just words. I drive on the highway and listen to mansion. I look up to God like, when did this happen? Yelling with all of my fans to wake up. I feel like I haven't. I get a
there's a callback to Wake Up.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
You
if there are
felt
any,
like you didn't. Call
No,
me
no,
out
I'm
on my
saying
offensive.
the song Wake Up.
Yeah, no.
Right? I'm just wondering if there's any other ones in here and I just missed it because he's going so fast.
like, when did this happen? Yelling with all of my fans to wake up. I feel like I haven't. I get emotional, I didn't plan this. I'm doing things I never imagined. I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. I don't wanna be late for my therapy session. When no one was there.
So, what'd you think?
I really like it.
You talked for a while.
About what?
Whatever you thought.
Yeah.
Fine words.
I like it a lot.
No,
I think that, I mean, yeah, this is like the warm up, right? This is the intro. I think it like had a lot of great things, but like it's the intro. So I'm just kind of like, what's next? But I think it's equally as good as like the highest points of prior album, Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we'll see. I thought your point was interesting about the whole sequels in music. Do they really normally get better?
No.
You too. Discotheque. Ugh. So
That's what I'm saying. Well, no, see, that's what I mean. It's obviously there's going to be exceptions one way or the other, but in general, I felt like in the old days, music continually got better. You might have a bummer of an album occasionally, but I feel like, what'd you say, Discotheque?
that was horrific.
But that was kind of like an exception.
You just if you throw that one out,
Right.
pretty much.
That's what I mean. But I still think, yeah, I can see why the second one. When you do your first album, you can be free. you
Kings
can
of
be-
Leon and the one where the little heads are like coming up through the milk or whatever. Also not that great.
You can
Excellent
be.
before. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop with exceptions.
Well, I mean,
And we don't even know. This is like literally song 1 of this one.
no. I know. I mean, everybody said that it's gotten better, right? But I think, and a lot of people have mentioned in comments that he was a lot more experimental, kind of musically in the 1st one, and I think you can be, right, because the expectations aren't necessarily super high, and you can kind of just have fun with things and whatever. And if all of a sudden that's a commercial success, then the pressure's on. And so when you start getting to the point where you're like certain creative decisions that might be a little more out there, maybe you're not as willing to take them, or maybe you're a little more, maybe you're still willing to take them, but maybe there's a little more stress. Right. And I do wonder if, like, there's clearly this progression of the first album, the Bad Past, the mansion he had built, kind of the personification of these different things. And people have talked about, eventually it works into, hope that we accidentally kind of started with. So it starts off dark and then gets better through the progression. And presumably therapy session is somewhat successful. And even if it's not referring to an actual therapy session, if it's the therapy session of him writing music is what he's calling the therapy session, which I think he kind of talked about there at the end a little bit. Even though it almost sounded like it was like a therapist was telling him to do music as therapy. I wasn't sure if I followed that exactly, but I wonder if he's still, at the time of writing these albums, going through issues that he's still working through as he's writing this music. Or if it is all retrospective and kind of the journey from darkness into light was prior and he was
90%
writing about
retrospective. He talked about seeing the family on FaceTime. Most of this stuff happens in childhood. If he's gotten to this point, it's probably, if not compartmentalized, like probably mostly, at least, I mean, he's obviously functional. I mean, he's working like this. He's putting in albums. So, and you got the family. Plus, you already got rid of the girlfriend from Wait. So, right? He said talk to the family on FaceTime.
Did he say that in here?
Yep.
I saw something about talking to the family, and it showed a picture on the wall.
But I don't know if that's family of origin or like married family.
Yeah,
but
it seemed like there were some kids that were a little bit older, so I took it as like his mom.
It's usually
and him,
childhood that messes
maybe
you
a
up.
kid.
So I'm gonna say probably mostly better.
Okay.
You think?
I'm just curious.
Hmm?
I don't know the answer.
It's a bet. I don't know.
It's a bet. You want to take a bet? You're betting on he's mostly good by this point, and he's just releasing music.
Define mostly good. No. You said is he
said
still?
90%.
No. You said is he still going through something? And I
Yeah.
would say, I think most of what has happened is probably in the past. Because also, like, you're not going to talk about things like this unless there's some amount of it being settled.
Well, you said 90% of it was settled.
I know that's fine.
Okay, I think it's more like 50.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I'm going to go
Negatory.
with 89%.
No, because when you're fresh out of stuff and things are still stable, you feel unstable and it feels like not secure, and therefore you're not going to risk going out and commenting on that when it's not largely understood and or sort of like pat.
I agree.
So okay, great. So I'm right.
Well, I'll go with 89%.
Okay.
And I'll probably be closer. Even no, actually, what I should do is I should
Price is
say
Right rules.
1%. I'm going with 1%.
Oh, you're right. Fine. You'll probably win from Price is Right rules.
I win with Price is Right rules.
Mm.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody watching. If you made it this far, again, God bless
Get
you.
a prize.
Thank you. We're very impressed. You get a bronze trophy. I'm gonna start giving out bronze trophies.
They have to be different colors.
Okay, a
Cobalt.
cobalt trophy for sticking with us this far. And we appreciate you. We hope you're doing well. We will see you all again on the next one,
Yep.
which I think is therapy session.
Next, yes.
Yeah.
Immediately next.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.